into raising her 4 daughters while her husband, a member of the Coast Guard, was often away at sea. Over the years, she was active in her community, volunteering at her local church, school, and library, and through it all, the dreams of finishing school remained. Recently, Joan's daughter, Tracy, started working with the University of Maine to learn exactly what her mom would have to do to get her degree. Amazingly, the dean at the university discovered that Joan's work with preschoolers in the 1980s could be considered student teaching, and just like that, Joan became a college graduate at the age of 88. So she said, I didn't realize that it would mean so much to me, but now I feel that that hole in my heart has been healed.
Well, how about that? Now she has a few years to probably enjoy the fruits of her labor.
Enjoy it, yeah.
How about that? That is really nice. All right, that is your... One day, remember the last week we were singing or something, and she just sent to us, she said, stop.
Yeah.
And she was trying to get us to stop singing, but by doing that, she unsubscribed from the text group.
Yeah.
And so now we can't text her anymore, and we've been trying to figure out how to get her back in. But let that be a lesson. Never text the word stop to us. No matter how bad the singing might be or what. Never say stop. So Tammy, we looked into this, and so we don't really have control directly over this. So we've had to kind of figure out the people that do, I guess, and how this would go about. So what is it she should try texting certain words?
So start out with unstop. So text the word unstop. And then I will text you back. And if you don't get it, yes, unstop. Okay, she texted. Let's see if it works.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, let's see. See if that helps.
Okay. We just answered, but let's see.
But sometimes it takes a few minutes to see if it does. Nope, it says message not delivered.
Not delivered, okay.
Now do start. START.
Wow.
And then if that doesn't work, yes. That's what they were.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what they told us to.
And if that
try.
doesn't work, then
So she feels like she's outside looking in while everyone else is having fun.
It all started because you and me were singing.
I know it's our
y'all's
fault.
Yeah, it's our fault.
It's
Everything's our fault.
Yes, of course.
That's fine. Yeah, I don't know.
That didn't work either. Okay, try yes, Tammy.
Try yes.
Oh, she did yes. Try start.
Okay.
And if this doesn't work, I'll submit another ticket.
Or subscribe, maybe. I mean,
ooh, that's a good one.
subscribe.
Ooh. Look at you.
Or
we'll keep trying.
hashtag let me back in.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Try those words. Yeah, we'll see.
Hashtag Buddha Day.
It's kind of annoying. I that's so weird that it's just funny that it would actually do that with the word stop. I mean, just you'd think there would be a little more to it than that.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Oh well. All right.
I don't know. We're trying, Tammy. We're trying. This calls for a song.
Tammy's down the well. We got to throw a rope.
Jesse says, tell her to delete the whole thing.
Yeah.
And start over, and it should work. Okay.
Delete the whole thing.
Yeah, because none of those worked.
Yeah,
Weird.
like
That's
delete.
not a bad idea.
Like delete the whole text thread,
right,
and then go back in and start again, try with with
delete the contact, delete everything.
Yeah, maybe that'd work.
Try it, Tammy.
Have her try yes in all caps.
Okay, she did. Okay, try yes in all caps.
Okay,
because she just.
And if that doesn't work, then try deleting us out of your entire system, and then act like you just heard it for the first time, and then you go, oh wow, that sounds fun. I think I would like to text in.
It's a breakup, but a reunion.
It's weird that it does this though, because you would think it's just like. I mean, if you tell me to stop, if you reply stop to my text, I can still text you.
Right.
Isn't that weird?
She can still text me. I just can't text
I know.
back.
But I guess, okay, yeah. But I would still be able to text you, right? I mean, by you saying stop, you're not unsubscribing me from being able to text you.
Yeah.
This works a little different, but it's just strange.
I guess that third party.
Yeah. I guess so. I don't know. Listen, I'm just a simple guy on the radio, man. I don't know all the...
I'm going to submit another ticket for you, Tammy. That's all I got for today.
I love living in a land where we have to submit tickets for things. It's my favorite. All right. Coming up on June 20th, the Aces Wild Golf Tournament. It's a 4-person scramble benefiting the Southwest Parkinson's Society. We've played in this one for quite a few years, haven't we? Yeah.
This one's pretty very meaningful to me. My dad had Parkinson. He died. That's worked out everything. So that's how he. This is pretty cool for me.
Yeah. So we always play in this one every year. But it's June 20th. There's still teams available if you'd like to play some golf that day. It's an 8 a.m. shotgun start. It is on a Friday, so that's a good day to play golf.
Wow.
But yeah, 4-person scramble. Yeah, you receive like a 5-card poker hand, and it holds around the course. Teams will have the opportunity to play games to win additional cards for their poker hand, and the best hand at the end of the tournament wins a cash prize. Not too shabby.
You did pretty good last year, Colleen, with the poker hand.
Yeah, we did, and I think we ended up with like I want to say a full house, aces and kings, and then somebody ended up with like 4 aces or something. I'm like, they did. All right.
Yeah, we got edged out. But anyway, Friday, June 20th. So if you'd like to play, you can go to aceswildgolf.com and you can sign up there. So, but yeah, I'd love to join us. There are still teams available for this. But yeah, June 20th. So it's a week from this Friday. So it's coming up. It's like 10 days from now. There you go.
Not very far.
No, it's not. So aceswildgolf.com to sign up.
It's another road trip in summer. 96.3 KLLL and United Express sending you on road trips across the great state of Texas. Win a trip to see Luke Bryan in Dallas June 20th.
Then a country song came on.
Or a family getaway to Six Flags. Your trip will include tickets, one-night hotel, and a $200 United Express gas card. To enter, scan the QR code at United Express locations. Road trip in summer from United Express and 96.3 KLLL.
Jeff, Mudflap and the Gang.
96.3 KLLL. Red, white, and blue through and through.
Come on.
KLLL. You ready? Let's go. The Fun Up with Jeff Mudflap and the Gang.
I did text help.
Okay.
And it sent me to an email to send to, I guess, to corporate. I don't know where it's actually going.
To the company that operates our texting, I guess, right? Okay.
So I'm going to try.
Did they respond?
They have not responded
Your
yet.
text is very important to us.
Yes. No.
A representative will be getting in touch with you from another foreign country here in moments.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, so far our efforts have produced. Tammy can't. She can't connect, and you can't now. Okay.
No, I thought I'd be there with Tammy. Tammy, I'm holding your hand so that we can go in through together.
Okay.
Very sweet.
Right. That's awesome. No, that's awesome. I hope we can figure it out.
Yeah,
that'd be nice. Figure something out this morning. Yeah, this is a great morning. Tuesdays, I've got. Yeah, I know it's
Tuesday.
It's my own problems here. Nobody cares, but. A lot of radio stations I'm in charge of, and every so often there will be one of them will not be performing at the way it's supposed to, and it just causes other problems for me. So, but that's just me. Yeah. Sorry, it's no big deal. I'll deal with it. It's always fun doing a radio show while simultaneously trying to figure out why the other radio station isn't on. That's a good time right there. So how about that?
Hey, but then we have people that we get to delegate it to, right?
Yeah, hopefully. No, we do. It's all good. What do you want to talk about this morning?
Let's see.
There was a storm that came through this morning.
Yeah,
was it at 3 or something like that?
Yeah, it was kind of early, so it came through and got us a nice little soaking. So there could be some more showers around 9 o'clock, between 8 and 9.
Yeah, I noticed that today they bothered to put in like a 10% chance of rain almost every hour today. I saw on the weather app. I thought that was interesting. They usually don't bother to put 10%. So.
Right.
So what's your honest weather? You got to be on like the actual noon thing yesterday.
They called me. Yeah, they called me like, and I guess people are sick and everything, and so they said, "Can you get over here real quick? I know this is last." I'm like, "Well, I'll try." My gosh,
you had to get your suit and everything, right? Your suit and tie.
My gosh, I had to cancel my tea time and everything. What
a hassle!
That was horrible. Wow. So, but anyway, So you're right. I had to go home, like grab my suit real quick, fly over. I'm like,
you're a hero.
You saved the day. Did you get to wear your cape also?
Yeah, my big cape. We got to work with Angie.
Yeah, Angie Wynn.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's the early morning person over there too.
Yeah.
And she gets up like we do, probably.
She does.
All right. Yeah, I heard you're over there. I figured it was just because of all the severe weather. Maybe they need to give everybody a break.
And that's possible.
I didn't know.
I mean, I know
didn't know.
Shania was sick.
Oh, okay,
I don't
yeah.
know that John. I don't know exactly where he could have been sick. Matt had something.
You're not
to do
buying it,
too.
is that what you're saying?
No, I'm buying it. He might have been. John stays.
He might have been sick. Maybe.
That's
what I heard.
That's not what I meant at all. I just don't know. And Matt had something at 12 that he couldn't go to, and Steve had already left, and so. Anyway, and
He was a smart one and didn't answer his phone.
exactly. That's what I should have ddone. And then Adam was off, and wherever he was at.
Well,
so
got quite a list of people before they
I
get down to you.
I know.
And 92nd on the list is Mudflap.
That's awesome. You keep naming all these people. Half of them, I don't even know who they are. And you keep naming people. I'm like,
I
wow.
know.
So finally, they pulled the nuclear option.
Yeah.
Well, I guess there's Mudflap.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even the new girl, Allie. I don't know. I've only met her once, so I don't really know her, and so I don't know where she's at. So I don't know. I mean, you're right. I mean, now that I look at it, what's last on the list? Dang it all, Matt.
Well, I guess we could call Mudflap. Are you sure we need to do the weather that bad? Well, I think we probably need to. All right.
If we have to get him.
Who's the one that's going to call him? I'm not calling him. You call him.
Oh,
no.
man.
But you do a nice job, though. You really do.
Thank you.
You do a nice job. You've come
Carl?
a long way. You really do.
Yeah, Carl said that he saw you Sunday morning during the weather and said,
whoop.
excellent job.
Thank you.
You've come a long way. You've gotten really good.
I've tried to
You
improve.
have.
I've
Yeah.
taken your suggestion. You've actually really helped me quite a bit. So
Probably more than anybody over there. Is that what you're saying?
you've helped me quite a bit. So
I just had to try to get you in trouble. You know how it is. Sporting event, any pro league like baseball, basketball, football, I guess soccer if you were like soccer. Wouldn't be my first choice,
Right,
but
not
no,
mine either.
a lot of people are really into soccer, so you could do that as well. But anyway, you can enter to win at KLLL.com. You get some VIP experiences along with that, a little trip, and you and a guest. So the hardest thing is trying to decide who you're going to take with you, probably. So if you win. So this is only going for a very short time. So enter to win at KLLL.com.
Wake up! Hear the Jeff Mudflap and the Gang podcast on the new Sonic KLLL mobile app.
If you wanted to do some remodeling around the house, Raider Flooring, they do a great job not only in the flooring, but they can also do any other type of remodeling that you're thinking of. Kitchens, bathrooms, whatever it is. Everything really from like in a bathroom. You think of the tile all the way up to like light fixtures, stuff like that. They can help you with all of that. But flooring, they definitely, they have that in their name, so they're quite good at flooring too. But lots of flooring options. If it is tile, I mean, they got a big deal going on tile all this month. So for the month of June, so be sure and get by Raider Flooring. Talk to Mike about all the different tile deals. If you're thinking about some new tile in the kitchen, that can really make a big impact when it comes to changing the look and feel of your kitchen. Mike can also help you with cabinets, brand new cabinets, something like that. Or if you just want to go for it with the complete kitchen remodel, Raider Flooring is there for you. So you'll find their showroom on 50th. It's near Utica. And you can also find them online at RaiderFlooring.com.
From the Dollar Western Wear Studio, this is Lubbock's country leader and home of Jeff, Mudflap, and the Gang.
Hold on tight, folks.
Jeff, Mudflap, and the Gang featuring Colleen.
Because this rodeo's just getting started.
96.3 KLLL.
It's going to be on Friday, June 20th, so about 10 days from now, a week from this Friday. It'll be at Shadow Hills, and we're going to be playing in this one, and we've got still room for some other teams to join us. So if you'd like to be a part of the 4-person scramble, you can get signed up at aceswildgolf.com. That's aceswildgolf.com, benefiting Southwest Parkinson's Society. This is always a fun tournament to play in, so looking forward to that. Love to have you join us. Let's see here. So I guess we're calling out the Marines in California now. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Man, that's
I know
just a mess out there.
Let's just see what happens here. I think it's on June 14th. Is that? Yeah, it's Saturday, I guess. There's some organization, No Kings or something. I don't know what they are, but they're probably communists. But they are calling for some mass protest thing in cities around the country. And it's like what's happening in California, people burning cars and tearing stuff up and blocking streets. And these people are idiots. I'm all about hold your sign and chant stuff if you want, protest, that's fine. But when you start burning down stuff and throwing rocks at the cops and, destroying stuff, that's what, to me, it's over at that point. It's like, all right, you know what? Call in the Marines. Put an end to this crap. These people are unhinged, and if you hate our country that much, then get the hell out of here.
Yep.
Get the hell out of here. And now they're calling for more of this stuff around the country on the 14th. It's craziness, man.
We've been to other countries. I can't imagine going to another country. I can't imagine. I'm thinking right now of Russia when I went. I can't imagine going to Russia and doing all this stuff. What they would do to me. I mean, stupid.
I get, so it's freedom of speech. Yeah, you have freedom of speech, but you don't have the freedom of burning people's property and destroying stuff. You don't have that freedom. Sorry. And, when it comes to people blocking the streets and stuff, like, you see people that are driving through and then people are sitting in the road or like banging on people's car windows and busting the windows out and stuff. I'm telling you, if you're in the road, you're going to get what you deserve, Yeah.
Well,
I'm not stopping for somebody. I may stop, but get out of the way. I'm coming through. And then, get out of the road.
To me, if I'm trying to get somewhere and somebody is preventing me, that's a form of kidnap or, doing something that is making me feel uncomfortable.
It's putting you in danger.
And putting me in danger and against my will, and you want to get in my way, I will run over you.
Yeah.
But that is self-defense.
These people, you see these videos all the time of people, blocking the street, and they're shocked when somebody just wants to drive through and hits them, and they're all like, "Oh, I can't believe you're doing that." Yeah, you're in the road, idiot. Get out of the road.
Yeah, really.
These people are stupid.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. But yeah, to see what's happening in California right now, and the governor, the mayor, they're almost like they're cool with it. Apparently,
oh my God,
they're mad because we're calling in 700 Marines to help quiet things down a little bit. I'm just thinking, aren't there any normal people in California that are going, man, I don't like what's happening here. Can we stop this?
I think those are the ones that have moved to Texas already.
Maybe they are. I don't know. But why would anybody want to live out there with that kind of stuff? It's unhinged, man. It's just craziness. It's like idiot communists. I don't know who these people are, what they're doing, but it's just.
Well, it's funny. Man. Carl says, since when do illegals, get due process?
Right.
It's just like you're in this country illegally. You do not get the security of our
right.
laws.
See, and this is where you got to ask the questions. Why have we let millions of illegal aliens in our country? We're a nation of immigrants. Yeah, we are. But how about follow the laws?
Right.
Your first act of coming to be part of our country shouldn't be breaking a law. Come in legally, be a part of the country. That's great. You're right. It's a country of immigrants. We all came from somewhere. I get all that stuff. But to just millions of people come in and just overflow everything and then stand in the street holding other countries' flags and talking about how much you hate our country and all that, that's not wanting to be an American,
Right.
And it just ticks you off. Mm-hmm. But man, they try some of that stuff around here. I'm telling you, people block the road. Yeah. You get what you deserve at that point.
I would not, man. Good luck here in West Texas.
Anyway, but yeah, it's just sad when you see it, though. It's just people just don't know how good people just don't understand what we have in the United States of America and why somebody wants to destroy it. And it started in about 2008. This march towards destroying our country. And you can figure that one out yourself, but you've seen it, and it's just horribly sad what's happening. But everybody just keeps sitting around going, well, I mean, I don't know, maybe. No, it's happening. At some point, you got to say, no, we're not going to let this happen anymore.
Craziness,
man.
At least we've done doing something about it. Sending the Marines. I mean, that's or whoever we're sending in.
You just got to stop people from just burning stuff down and tearing stuff up. I don't even know why that's controversial at that point.
Well, and then it's like Carl pointed out, and the Attorney General of California and the governor, they're helping them. I mean, they're not they're one of them. If they don't, McGavin, leave. Newsom, you don't want to be here, leave.
Yeah.
If you don't like the rules
California,
of the country, go.
secede. Go be California and go live with your craziness.
I used to hear all the rumors that, eventually California was going to fall into the ocean. I kind of wish it would.
Right. Yeah, I wouldn't care. Let it just float right off into the Pacific and life will be good. So, I don't know. It's sad to see it, though. You just see, but I just think there's got to be people out in California that are sitting there going, man, this is crazy. I don't feel safe. I don't like what's happening here.
Yeah.
But you just get the impression that they're all crazy. Is what the overall impression of the whole state is that it's just a bunch of crazy people that want chaos and burning stuff down and tearing stuff up. They hate the cops. They just it's unreal, man. So.
Small percentage of people. Got the big. They get the attention.
Well, I've always heard that in California, really, if you get outside of like Los Angeles and San Francisco and, those major metropolitan areas, you get out of those cities that really most people that live in California are just regular Americans who just want to do what all of us want to do. Have a job, raise your kids, have some friends, do, work, go have some fun on the weekend, just live life. Find some happiness. Just enjoy living in America. That's most people. Mm-hmm. It's not these crazy loudmouth idiots that are up in arms about every dumb little thing. Yep. So yeah, I guess there's probably a lot of good people in California, but you're right. Most of them probably moved to Texas by now. So what's left?
No kidding. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's cool. We'll wait to see it on the 14th. I did look up. There's a map of this thing. No, it's nokings.org or something. It's just one of those left-wing things, that agitator people or something. But you can go, and they have a map of all the places they're going to try to do stuff. And Lubbock is actually on it. So I was like, hey, all right, Lubbock's
You're
there.
Kidding.
Hey, everybody, let's come out and have some fun. How about, right?
Good luck with that. Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's crazy times we live in. It really
almost
is.
One of those double dog dare you get in my way.
I know, right? Right. Yeah, let's block some roads here and see how that turns out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Oh well. Anyway.
Anywho,
it's just when you think it couldn't get any crazier,
oh,
it just
man.
seems to.
I thought we were about to get some normalcy.
Yeah, I know. It felt there for a while like things were getting normal, but yeah, I guess not. That'd be too much to ask for. More craziness, please. All right. Here's something nice. How much would you pay for just one day of peace and quiet? Kind of switching gears here. How much would you be willing to pay for a day of peace and quiet?
Well, I mean, you could have a day of peace and quiet. Just turn off all your cell phones and just go home and watch, movies all day.
And yes, you are correct. But for the sake of what we're talking about here this morning, how much would you be willing to pay for a day of peace and quiet? Yes, you are right.
I guess it depends if it came with some fun things like a beach and a pina colada, things like that.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's just simply a question of how much would you pay for a day of peace and quiet. I mean, there's no strings attached to it anyway. So $100. Okay, what would you pay?
$1,000.
Would you really? Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Step one, get $1,000.
Exactly.
No, this is interesting. No, so there's no strings attached. It's just simply a straight up question. How much would you be willing to pay? And it's kind of surprising because, according to this survey, the average American would pay $2,521 for a day of peace and quiet. Isn't that crazy? Man, I mean, I love peace and quiet, but that's a lot of money to spend for a day of peace and quiet. So you're in for $100.
$100.
But you're in for $1,000. I was impressed.
Yeah, I mean, I have to think of when I go to Lajitas. That's it. That's what it is. It's not a lot of fluffy fling to do, So
you're paying for a lot of peace and quiet.
You're paying for a lot of peace and quiet.
Well, parents are willing to shell out even more for a day of peace and quiet. About $3,600 is what parents would be willing to pay just for a day of peace and quiet. The average parent surveyed said they would gladly pay $325 for a lazy morning to themselves. $325. Wow, how about that? The biggest obstacle to achieving alone time, where you have some of that quiet time, the biggest obstacle was listed as family obligations. Half of the people said that was the reason they can't have any peace and quiet. Work commitments was next, followed by money, social obligations, and guilt was also a factor in not being able to have any peace and quiet. Yeah, I know you always feel guilty if you want peace and quiet or alone time. There's a lot of guilt that comes with that. So I should be doing these other things, I guess. So yeah, that's how people feel. So all right.
Interesting.
But you're right, though. I thought your first point, though, of just go home and have peace and quiet. I mean, just make that decision.
Turn your
doesn't
cell
cost you
phone
anything,
off.
right?
Yeah, turn your cell phone off. Don't watch the news. Just go and binge watch movies. Feel good movies, or just any kind of movie
Grease.
you like.
Footloose.
Those are all good ones.
Yeah,
we watched Caddyshack while you were gone, Coley.
Caddyshack. Oh, that's right. Oh, you weren't.
We
supposed
watched
to,
it.
Oh, you weren't supposed to say anything.
Oh, yeah.
No, we're
never mind.
Y'all went to the movies
No,
without me?
we watched it in here.
Wow.
We watched it twice in the studio that morning. Remember that morning we had
I
Caddyshack
remember.
on? Yeah.
Oh, that was great. That was awesome.
Yeah, that's a great movie. You'll have nothing unlike it.
Rodney Dangerfield was so good in that.
Yeah, that's a great movie. We had to watch it the day you were gone because we knew.
Oh, it looks good on you.
You got a free bowl of soup with that hat? Yeah, it's a great one.
Now Jesse said thanks for the popcorn.
Yes, yeah. Okay, here we go.
You know
again.
what?
We had the whole gang there.
I don't care.
This morning we're going to watch Dumb and Dumber. So you're in luck,
man, I
Coley.
think I'm going to go on vacation
Okay,
again.
all right. 7:14, coming up here in a few minutes, we'll have a dad joke. We'll check some dirty laundry. Also got the birthday list for today. And you can text us if you had something to add to the list, 806-900-9630.
Through the night that I planned was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
96.3. This is KLLL. Jeff Mudflap and the Gang.
96.3 KLLL.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's all about raising awareness.
That was good. Thank you.
The Dirty Laundry with Colleen.
She's a good girl, and I don't think we really get any dirt on her.
Well, there are still several people out there trying to decide if Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are in fact married or not. Apparently, there was a wedding planner that was at a wedding, and there was a place card on table 13 that said to Taylor and Travis Kelce. Oh, that just because they didn't put Taylor Swift.
Yeah, because in 13, that's Taylor Swift's
Taylor's
lucky number, right?
number.
Yeah,
They didn't even attend the wedding. In fact, they were at somebody else's wedding, I think in Italy somewhere, but or I think it was in Tennessee. But so there's several people that said that they are secretly married. So.
I actually kind of think they might be. I mean, it just, kind of, let's just get married. We'll have a big shading, later on. But I think they might be.
I think they're still cute together. Taylor Swift is not currently friends with Blake Lively anymore, but Blake Lively had a victory. She scored a victory in court over the Justin Baldoni lawsuit, because she's filed a lawsuit against him on their Work Done and It Ends With Us movie. And Baldoni responded with a $400 million lawsuit against Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. Well, the judge has thrown that out and says there's no evidence. Boom. He will be able to refile it if he were to come up with some evidence, but as of right now, that is off their plate, so she doesn't have to stress over that one. But she also had to drop some of her claims. She filed in her lawsuit emotional distress claims The judge asked for evidence that she had suffered emotional distress through all of this, including some notes that she has been to a therapist, and she could not produce anything regarding this, so she dropped those allegations as well. She still is seeking claims for, other things that she claims that he did to her. But